can I help you? So you're here for an appointment? Okay, I think that's with me. Pleased to meet you. Before we start, can you please tell me why specifically you've scheduled this appointment? So just a checkup, nothing alarming, okay? Good news, okay. Before we start, I have a couple of questions to ask you, if that's okay with you. Of course, everything you will tell me will stay between us. I will not be sharing this information with anyone, okay? So if you don't mind, I'm going to take my notebook and write down some of your answers, okay? Great. So, have you ever seen a dermatologist before in your life? And was it for a specific reason or just a checkup? Okay. Very good. Do you have a specific sensitive skin? Do you have many moles on your body, or do you think you're average on this? Okay. Of course, I will be inspecting your moles right after, so I will know, depending on your skin type, if you're most at risk or not, but I just wanted to know if you already knew that. And if you were already taking some actions to prevent anything, knowing that you are specifically at risk, okay? Okay, very good. So I'm assuming you do not get that easily sunburned. I mean, when you do not put any sunscreen and you go out in the sun, you do not usually get sunburned quickly, right? Okay. Do you recall when you were younger having many sunburns, or is it something that rarely happened to you in the past? Okay. Okay. Any sun allergy or anything like that? Okay. Do you enjoy going out in the sun? Do you seek for it? Are you a sunbather, or do you avoid sunlight? Okay. Okay, very good. Do you often wear sunscreen when you are out in the sun, or maybe even as a regular part of your routine? Okay. Okay, where do you apply the sunscreen, and how often do you reapply the sunscreen? Okay. Okay, very good. Do you also wear hats and sunglasses when you are out in the sun, or do you often just wear the sunscreen and that's it? Okay. Okay, do you have any specific skin issues that you usually have, whether it is dry patches or rosacea or sensitive skin, anything? Okay. Okay. Do you have relatives with a history of skin issues, maybe relatives who have had moles removed? Okay. Very good. Okay, well, I think that's it for the questions I wanted to ask you before the examination. Just to let you know how it's gonna go, I'm basically gonna be asking you to take off your clothes so that I can examine all of the moles that you have on your body. Okay, this is something that you can also do at home. Check your own body for any specific moles and to know if they are looking healthy or not. I'm gonna use the ABCDE method, and this is something you can do also at home once again. Okay, so what I'm gonna check is first any asymmetry in the mole, if the shape of the mole is not regular. Okay, the B stands for irregular borders, so this is once again something to look for. C stands for the color, so if the color is different from different areas of the mole, that's something to look out for again. Then you've got the D, which is for diameter, so any mole above 6 millimeters is pretty big and to be considered, although you may have some moles to be taken away smaller than this one. And finally, the E is for evolution, so if you notice that the mole is changing in shape or form or anything, this is something to consider. Okay, this is something to discuss with a dermatologist. Okay, but anyway, if at some point you get a mole that is either itchy, bleeding, hurting, anything like that, it means that you have to go check out this with a dermatologist. Okay, so I'm very happy you took this appointment to check out your moles, because this is something to do regularly with a professional, so good for you. Okay, so now I'm gonna check out your whole body. Okay, it is very important to also check out the scalp, meaning under your hair, on your skin if you're having any moles. This is why it's so important to actually wear a hat when you're out in the sun. Okay, because you do not put sunscreen in there and still you can have some moles on your head. Okay, and any area needs to be checked. I mean, I've seen a person having moles which needed to be removed behind the ear or under the fingernails or under the foot. So all of these we need to look after. Okay, we need to make sure that these areas are checked as well. Okay, this is why at home you can also do the check with someone else. Okay, to check your back or anything like that. So yeah, now let's move on to the examination, and then we'll be right back for a bit more advice at the end. Okay, good. Okay, so are you ready? Are you feeling comfortable? Okay, good. I'm gonna put on my gloves and we're gonna start off the examination. Okay, great. Okay, so of course I need to check out absolutely every single inch of your body, okay? Because you can actually get melanomas anywhere on your skin, so we really need to make sure that we leave basically no stone unturned, okay? So I'm gonna start off with your head and your hair, okay? So stand still and I'm gonna just examine everything, okay? Alright, so I'm gonna just start off by your face, simply. Yeah, okay. Okay, do you have any specific moles in mind that has been changing in color, size, shape, anything? No? Okay. Can you open your mouth for me? Okay. You know, we actually even have to check out the lips because you can have specific melanomas on the lips as well. Okay, so I'm just gonna check that out. Okay. Yeah. Perfect, you're doing great. Okay, I'm gonna go now behind your ears, okay, and to the back of your head. Right. Okay, be right back. Okay, so behind your ears, I'm not seeing anything on this side. Very good. I'm gonna check out the other side now. Yeah, very good. Nothing behind the ears. I'm gonna look inside the ears now. Okay, so nothing on this one. And I don't see anything on that one either. Okay, I'm gonna need to check out your scalp now, okay? Yeah. Okay, yeah. We really need to be thorough for this kind of examination, just to make sure that we do not forget a mole anywhere. Okay. Though you do have a mole here at the neck, and this one is a bit big, so I may be needing to take some measurements of this one, okay? So I'm just gonna measure this one and write down the location of the mole and the size of the mole right now, okay? So it's just gonna take a couple minutes. Okay. Okay, very good. Just need to write this down. Okay. Well, you're lucky in a sense because you're not having that many moles, and obviously the more moles you have and the more sensitive your skin is to the sun, the higher at risk you are. So you're lucky on this matter. Okay. So that's good for this one. I'm gonna move on to the rest of your head. I'm gonna move on to the back and check out your scalp again, okay? So at the back, okay, just looking between your hair, at your scalp, okay? Checking every part. Okay, great. Not seeing anything so far there. Okay, I think that's good for this part. Moving on to the back of your neck as well. Okay, I'm seeing a mole there. I'm gonna measure this one as well, okay? So I'm going back to measure this one. Okay, so this one is not as big as the one on your neck, so that's a good thing. But anyway, the fact that it's big or not is not really an issue. It's all going to depend on how it's going to change with time, you know. I'm going to tell you all this at the end after the examination, but of course do not forget to wear sunscreen, especially on your moles. You know, it's super important. It's super important to basically avoid getting that UV radiation on your skin, because this is how you get moles to change into melanomas, and this is what we want to avoid at all costs. So especially these two moles and any moles that you have, you know that you need to put sunscreen on whenever you get in the sun, okay? But that's true for your whole skin actually. So the best thing to do is just to wear hats actually to protect yourself from the sun. Okay, sunscreen is great, but it also has an environmental impact for most sunscreens. So the best thing to do really is to put some clothes on your skin. You know, either long clothes or hats or anything like that. Okay, good. So that's it for this mole. I think I'm done with the back of your head. I'm gonna move on to the torso now, okay, and your arms. Okay, so moving on to your chest. Right. Okay, very good. Okay. Right. Well, it's all looking very healthy, so do not worry. Huh? Do not worry, I'm not seeing anything troublesome, so that's just completely normal so far. So there's nothing to worry about. Yeah. Okay. Checking your back now. Okay, so seeing in the back, I'm seeing a couple of moles there. So especially on the summertime, do not hesitate to put on some sunscreen on your whole back, and do not be shy. Ask someone some help if you need to get sunscreen on your back. But of course, keeping a t-shirt on is perfect as well. Okay. Very good. Since I'm behind you, I'm gonna move on to your legs as well. Okay. Okay. So for your legs, that's perfect as well. Not that many moles there. I think most of yours are at the back and on your arms. Okay. So these areas you really need to protect from the sun, especially. Okay, very good. That's it for the back. I'm going from to your legs at the front. Okay, so you're doing great so far. I'm just gonna finish off with your legs and your feet. Okay, perfect. So yeah, on that side, yeah, that's perfect this way. Yeah, I'm not seeing really any moles on your legs, so this means that you're not particularly at risk, which is a very, very good thing. And on your feet as well, nothing in particular, so that's very, very good. Okay. I think we've covered everything. So really, I've seen 2 moles to look out for the most, okay? On the back of your neck and on your neck. So these ones I've written down, but I'm just gonna finish off writing what I've seen during the examination, and we are good for the debrief, okay? So don't worry, I'm not seeing anything to be worried about. I think the best for you would be to be seeing a dermatologist every year just to check out your moles, but really it's nothing to worry about. It's completely normal, okay? Okay, very good. Now, I just need to finish off by checking your eyes, because actually this is something that's very tricky, but you may have some moles developing on your lid, okay? And I need to make sure that I didn't miss anything there. So I'm just gonna get a bit close and check out these lids, okay? Yep, okay. Okay. No, that's great. I'm not seeing anything there. Okay. Right. Yep. But yeah, the most tricky part really is the scalp and basically under the hair, because you cannot really check this part on your own at home, which is why you need to ask some help to be able to do the examination. Really, you cannot check out this part on your own, and same with your back actually. It's not easy seeing moles evolve and change when they are on your back, so that's good that you came here today. Okay, I think that's it for your eyes. I'm not seeing anything on your lids. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna write some observations and then we will be done with the examination, okay? Perfect. You did great today. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, I think that's it. So that's it for the examination. And we're back, so how was it? Not too bad, right? Okay. I didn't scare you or anything. Good. Now I have a couple of advice for you in order to protect and take care of your skin. So as you know, depending on your DNA and your family history, you may or may not be at risk regarding skin issues and melanomas. But the biggest thing that has an impact on whether you may develop or may not develop a melanoma is directly the sun, basically. It's how much sun you take in and how much UV you have absorbed in your life, okay? This is why I asked you before if you recall having any sunburns when you were a child. That's because when you are younger and having a lot of sunburns, it does have an impact on whether you may or may not have melanomas once you are an adult, okay? So, and the best thing you can do in order to protect yourself from the sun is, of course, to avoid being in direct sunlight in between 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Okay, around noon, this is when you get the most UV out of the direct exposition to the sun, and this is the time that you must try to stay away from the direct sunlight. Okay. Of course, you can protect your skin by wearing clothes, wearing hats, wearing sunglasses, in order to not get that direct sunlight on your skin. And of course, the last step you can do to protect yourself is to wear sunscreen. So for the sunscreen, I would advise getting sunscreen with an SPF of 30 to 50, okay? So SPF stands for sun protection factor, okay? And depending on your own skin, it will allow you to stay in the sun longer before getting sunburnt. So for example, if you usually get sunburnt only after 5 minutes in the sun, if you put on some SPF 30, this means that you have to multiply 5 times 30 to get the time you can go out in the sun before getting sunburnt, okay? Just so you know, sunscreens are to be applied 15 minutes before going out, okay? You also have to reapply them every 30 to 60 minutes, and know too that they have an impact on the environment, most of them, so make sure you stay away from oxybenzone and certain components known to be harmful for the environment. Also, this is why I brought up the sunscreen last, because there are many ways to protect yourself from the sun before using sunscreen, okay? Although I can only recommend you wear some sunscreen every day. In your morning routine, you put some underneath your moisturizer, underneath your makeup, okay, to always be protected from the sun. Even on the days where there are just a little bit of sun, you do get that UV, so having that sunscreen will protect you from it, okay? So I think that's it. That's all I wanted to tell you regarding how to protect your own skin in the future. Of course, to get the best skin for the longest time, you just have to take care of it. So the sunscreen is a big part, but also you must try to avoid any pollution which may hurt it even more. Try drinking a lot of water, which will be taking away the toxins that you have on your body and in your body as well. And basically, exercising also will get your skin a bit more firm, which is always a nice plus. And really the only secret is to protect yourself from the sun. Okay, it all comes down to this. So be very careful, and don't forget to wear your sunscreen and to protect your face and your whole body from the sun. So once again, I think I've covered everything. I've seen nothing especially alarming with your moles. I've taken the measurements, I've noted all the ones I think we need to check out in the future sessions. I would recommend you checking in maybe in a year's time. Having an appointment every year would be nice, I think, just to check out your moles, okay? And I think that's it for today. So I hoped it was okay with you, it was not too stressful, and and I will see you next time.